the universe will bite the dust one day. In any case, how? Indeed, it ends up, our grandiose destiny will be chosen by a battle between two titans, the two champions determining the destiny of the universe. Our universe was conceived a long time back in the Big Bang and has been expanding ever since. For reasons unknown, new void space is being created from nothing between systems. Space itself is increasing. Will it continue forever, or will it stop one day? Today, we think the universe is at the mercy of two infinite diving beings battling for strength. The first is all the stuff known to mankind, systems, gas, dark matter. While they are altogether different, they just want to do a certain thing, come together. Matter is drawn in by other matter, arranged by gravity. What's more, gravity, too, pulls on the universe overall, slowing down the expansion that began at the Big Bang. Our subsequent champion is empty space. While it appears, all things considered, unfilled and feeble, void space has an innate energy. In fact, we don't truly have a clue what this energy is or why it is there. It's actually a placeholder that fills a gap in how we might interpret reality. However, it has a cool name, dark energy. Dark energy pushes things apart, a kind of repulsive force that speeds up the grandiose development. So, we have all the matter in the universe, pulling in, and empty space imbued with dark energy, pushing off. Whoever wins will kill the universe in utterly different ways. Yet, who will win? Everything relies upon the secret of dark energy. Will its strength remain the same, a normal assumption since it keeps our models simple? Or will it get weaker, or will it get stronger over time? 1. Steady dark energy, heat death. If the strength of dark energy remains constant, it will win the conflict. Since space is developing, matter is getting increasingly diluted, similar to sugar in a cup being filled with more and more tea. However, as the universe extends, new void space is created, which brings more dark energy, which pushes everything apart even more, which makes more empty space, which causes the universe to grow even faster, a feedback loop that will make the universe extend at an outstanding rate. Every 12 billion years or so, it will double in size, for eternity. But while dark energy is winning the conflict, matter is succeeding at least one battle. At brief distances, it can hold things together. Local universe bubbles can overcome the push of dark energy. In a couple of billion years, our nearby group of universes will merge into a massive ball with trillions of stars. It will soon become our last perspective on the universe. Any remaining worlds will be driven away by the expansion. For us, it will look like the rest of the universe is rushing away, until in a few 100 billion years we will not see other galaxies by any stretch of the imagination. We will be alone, surrounded by an apparently boundless, dark void. In around 100 trillion years, every one of the stars of our supergalaxy will have ceased to exist. All gas that could make new stars has been consumed, and no new gas can come in. The galaxy will be dark and filled with heavenly bodies. Over quadrillions of years, white dwarfs and neutron stars will gradually cool until turning into nothing, switching off the last lights of the universe. All structures, of all shapes and sizes, will gradually disintegrate. Individually, every dead star and planet will leave the supergalaxy, which will slowly break down over sextillions of years. Each object will end up all alone, and that means that dark energy takes over again, creating more and more empty space between everything. Objects will be so far apart that it will be as though each had a universe for itself. Not much happens anymore, until in a googol years, all black holes will have vanished. Eventually, entropy and dark energy will not stop until their job is done. Over the long time frames you should call forever, all remaining structures could even disintegrate into single particles that will be driven away from one another by a steadily growing void space. Imagine an entire universe, with just a solitary, forlorn molecule going through nothingness. This is the final state, the genuine end, the big freeze, or heat death. A totally featureless, cold, and ever-expanding universe. Nothing can ever recur. Forever. Well, that was a bummer. What else could happen? 2. increasing dark energy, Big Rip. Consider the possibility that dark energy gets stronger. In this case, empty space won't just win over matter, it will literally destroy it. In the heat-death scenario, matter lost the conflict but won a few battles. Yet here, matter doesn't win anything. Dark energy is getting stronger over time, overcoming the pull of gravity and creating new void space at smaller and smaller distances. In this scenario, things will escalate rapidly. It could start as soon as 20 billion years from now. First, dark energy will create void space between individual galaxies. Our universe will no longer bother with its nearby group and start to drift in a rapidly expanding and ever more obscure universe. Approximately a billion years later, void space starts to push between individual stars, dissolving the galaxy. If you live on a planet in a star system, the night sky will begin looking sad and bleak, as other stars are driven too far away to be seen. A couple of million years after the sky turns dim, dark energy begins to create void space inside star systems. Your planet is pushed away from its star, and all life in the universe succumbs to death. There isn't much time left, as a few months later, dark energy is creating void space inside solid objects. Stars, neutron stars, planets, asteroids, everything solid is being torn to pieces. If you're on a spaceship, you have only a short time before you are torn apart. After 30 minutes, even atoms are annihilated, as new space is being created so violently that electrons and nuclei are separated. Now the universe has just a fraction of a second left. Right now, only dying black holes remain, depleted and crushed by dark energy. They are tiny, septillions of times smaller than a particle, and they explode with the force of a trillion supernovae in a trillionth of an octillionth of a second. At last, the very fabric of reality is torn to its core, destroying spacetime itself, the Big Rip. Reality has lost its meanings, making it impossible to predict what will happen next. Yikes! 3. Diminishing dark energy, Big Crunch. Poor matter. Yet, there is one scenario where it wins: if the strength of dark energy diminishes with time, and if this decrease is sufficient, the pull of gravity will win, and everything in existence will move toward one another, sadly creating the universe's collapse into itself. Nobody knows when this could start, but it may be in a few 100 million years. What will it look like? As the universe contracts over billions of years, galaxies and galaxy groups approach each other until they eventually collide. They are mostly made of empty space, so a crash is like the gentle merging of two clouds. However, first galaxies and later individual stars draw nearer and closer. As the universe continues imploding, you may worry about stars and planets eventually crashing into one another. This will occur, but it's not your worst issue. If space itself contracts, this also means all the radiation emitted in the past by every one of the stars, supernovae, and quasars that ever existed. Now, empty space is filled with radiation. The previously dark spaces between stars are heating up, making life horrible and then, impossible, as planets simply burn. Gradually at first, then quickly, space gets as hot as it was after the Big Bang. Stars are really hot, yet now the space around them is hotter, they are literally boiling from the outside. As the universe implodes into itself, all galaxies and stars merge into a single bundle of hot plasma. The Big Crunch is complete. From here on, there are two possibilities. Either the universe will collapse entirely into a singularity, a point of zero size and infinite density, without existence, just as it could have been before the Big Bang. Or the universe could rapidly rebound, restarting the grand expansion, creating a new baby universe. Somewhat poetic, really, everything dies, yet everything is reawakened. But honestly, we have no proof that this has occurred before or will in the future. So what will occur? Most researchers imagine that dark energy will remain steady, so the possible destiny of the universe is heat death, eternal cold and utter fatigue. Which seems sad, but it has a tremendous upside. In this scenario, we get to have the universe for the longest. It gives us trillions of years to expand, jump from one star to another, and perhaps from one universe to another. We could even find a way to keep consciousness around until the end of time. We don't know. So we just need to sit back and watch, and take advantage of the astounding universe we have at this moment. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this journey into the mysteries of the universe. If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more amazing updates.